Hi, Willie. Thank you for joining us today. Today we're going to actually do a mock SLC interview. And I know that your parents aren't here, but I would like for you to go ahead and facilitate what this is going to look like on actual student-led conference day. If you could start off by going through some of your SMART goals and then going through just a few reflections from some of your courses, that would be great. And then I'll just sit here and I'll kind of ask you questions throughout as what your parents or your teachers would do. Okay?
So, to start off, I would say I would welcome everybody who was here because they came to my student-led conference. And, well, I'm going to start with my SMART goals. Very brief. The date I wrote this advisory SMART goal was October 6, 2008 with my advisory teacher, Ms. Brown. The goal area is in behavior, and my goal is to focus intently during classes by not interrupting what the speaker is saying and building up my connections and friendships at school so as to become, well, more integrated with the whole community. Some strategies I could use is to stay focused on what the teacher is saying, don't be trying to interrupt, and don't do things without thinking it through first. And I need to think, have I become more friendly? Have I interrupted the teacher at all? Am I focused on the assignment that we're doing right now? Some obstacles would be doing things without thinking it through, and also doing things without thinking.
Yeah, good. Well, let's see how you're doing. I think you've already written a reflection for this goal, so why don't you talk about your one reflection, and then maybe you can even give me a verbal update.
Oh, I think this is a reasonable goal for me. Takes effort, but I'll try my best. I have become more restricted against interrupting the speaker. My progress towards the goal, I'm more restricted with interrupting the speaker and have become more friendly with some people.
Good.
Some obstacles is when I really want to speak my mind about something, or when I think that something somebody says is funny or interesting. Some successes is I haven't interrupted the teacher as much as before and have made more connections with many of the students at this community. And next steps would be to control my thoughts and ideas. Remember, it's the speaker's ideas which are important when they're speaking, not mine. And don't speak whenever I want to. Think before I act.
That's a really good goal, and it sounds like you're consciously thinking about achieving that goal when you're interacting with other students and with some of your teachers. So that's wonderful. It sounds like you're making progress. Let's go ahead and go through some of the other ones.
Well, this is my Math Smart goal. My advisory teacher is, it's Miss Brown, but I did this in Mrs. H's math class. It's a academic mathematics goal, and it's to understand what we learned in class every day, be absolutely certain about it, and to do this, I could get my homework correct and understand what the homework is asking and try and get A's in classwork. Some strategies could be to ask friends if I'm not sure, or ask my math tutor on Saturdays, or doing my homework, or asking questions whenever I'm not sure.
That's great. Your teacher will probably come in here and they'll probably say, oh, and you could come to HOT as well, because we have that homework opportunity time here at school. That's good. Have you written a reflection yet for this Math Smart goal?
No.
How do you think you're doing so far?
I'm thinking I'm doing pretty good because when I don't understand the homework, I can look at the answer sheet Mrs. H gives us, and I can know why I didn't get it right and what it's actually asking. And I can also ask my friend who's actually quite good at math.
That's good. All right. Well, those seem to be some pretty good goals. Do you have a few reflections on here from your various classes? Or from your different core classes and specialist classes? What's the first one that we're going to talk about today?
I have a Spanish voci.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and share that with us?
This is the voci I made in Spanish. It is something Miss Salen wanted us to play with, and then to do a Spanish recording. It highlights the following goals: empowered, because we were empowered to try something new and do our best at it. Adaptable, because it was something different. And literate, because we needed to know how to speak and read Spanish to be able to do this.
That's good. What did you use to create the sound file with this voci?
GarageBand.
Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Willy. Yo tengo 14 años. Yo soy de Taiwan. Yo he vivido en los Estados Unidos, Hong Kong, Taiwan y Shanghai.
That's very cool. All right, why don't you share the next piece with us?
The next one is a math POW sample. Should I pull it up?
Yeah.
This is the rubric from that math POW sample. So I got in process and strategies, I got a 4. And it was partially developed and it was complete, but it was not thoroughly developed.
Okay.
The translation of the task was sketchy,
Okay.
and the review was partially completed, which is like the verification.
Okay. So do you understand what you did wrong with this POW now?
Like, yeah, this is my first PAL, so I'm just getting used to what we're supposed to do in it.
Okay.
But I think I've gotten better since like the second or third one.
Okay. Why don't you take me back to that reflection page? Good. So how many POWs have you done now?
2.
Good. And what are your strategies to do better on the POWs? Or what have you implemented so far, or will you continue to do?
I should work harder on my verification because sometimes I'm too lazy, or I don't really think verification is very important. And I should do the problem in a format that should be correct and try getting them to answer more than one way.
Good. All right. Thank you. Do you have another piece that you'd like to share with us?
I have a Vivaldi piece from the orchestra for an addition to the Ami Orchestra.
Okay.
So it was okay, but part of the intonation was sketchy. It was really good, and my vibrato was bad
Okay.
because I'm just starting to learn it.
Okay. So what are you going to do to improve your skills?
Well, I could work on my intonation at home with my tutor, and also at school. And vibrato, I can ask my tutor to help me a lot with that.
Okay, that's good.
And to do more practice with it.
Good. And the Eagles, I see that you indicated that it shows you're adaptable and empowered. How does this piece show that?
Before, I didn't think auditions were supposed to be recorded, and so we had to record these auditions this time. And this was a new experience. And also, I was empowered to try my best because this was a prestigious orchestra that was not in Shanghai.
That's good. So do you think that the actual recording of the audition has helped you kind of learn which direction you need to go to improve?
Yeah.
Good, because you can go back and listen to it again. Okay, Willie, thank you very much for sharing your pieces with us today. I appreciate it, and I'm sure this is going to be useful for many people in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.